In 2025, America shut the door on India. Billions of dollars in exports were cut off overnight with new tariffs. America called it strategy, but for people in India, it felt like betrayal. Yet the plan backfired. Instead of leaving India isolated, America's move brought the world closer to India. From Europe to Asia to the Gulf, countries stepped in with markets, money, and trade deals. America wanted to corner India. Instead, it proved a larger truth. When a nation leads with respect, trust, and partnership, not with fear, the world chooses to stand by its side. This is the untold story of the top 10 countries supporting India against U.S. tariffs in 2025, and how their choices may have rewritten the very rules of world trade. Number 10. Australia. Australia's support did not make big headlines, but it was powerful where it mattered most. In the ports, in the trade routes, and in the credit lines that kept India moving. Canberra spoke strongly against unfair protectionism, but its real help was practical. More export credit, quicker port access, and joint mineral projects that created supply chains beyond America's tariffs. For Indian exporters suddenly facing 25 to 50% tariffs on textiles and other goods, Australia became a lifeline. Its ports gave new routes, its financing kept factories running, and its partnership gave hope. Most importantly, Australia sent a quiet but strong message to Washington. Being security partners does not mean following blindly. Middle powers have their own voice, and this time, that voice stood firmly with India. Number 9, Germany. Germany's support was not about politics, it was about survival. Berlin knew that sudden shocks in global trade could hurt its own export-driven economy. And since German companies are deeply linked with India's car, machinery, and industrial sectors, America's tariffs on India were also a threat to German business. So Germany acted fast. It pushed more investments into India, gave stronger export credit to joint ventures, and encouraged European buyers to keep choosing Indian suppliers. For Indian factories, that meant machines kept running, workers kept their jobs, and Europe stood as a reliable partner. This was not just symbolic support. Germany tied its own future to India's strength, turning a trade crisis into a deeper partnership. Number 8, France. France stood with India, not just through statements, but through action backed by billions invested in defense, aerospace, and nuclear projects. Paris spoke out against using tariffs as weapons, but its real support was even stronger. It guaranteed that every contract with India would stay safe. For India, this was more than money. A delay in defense technology or a pause in nuclear cooperation could have cost years of progress. France made sure that never happened. Export guarantees, renewed contracts, and financial support kept India's modernization programs moving forward without disruption. Paris also pushed Europe to align closer with India, calling for stable and predictable trade rules. In the end, France's support became a shield, protecting India's long-term strategic path when it mattered most. Number 7, United Kingdom. While some countries gave temporary relief, Britain gave India a plan for the future. London and New Delhi signed a free trade deal that changed the game overnight. The agreement promised to boost trade by tens of billions and open British markets to Indian textiles, machinery, and services. But the real strength of this deal was not just lower tariffs. It built legal safeguards, fair dispute systems, and special access for Indian exporters. This meant India could send goods to Britain without the fear of sudden blocks or disruptions. For small Indian businesses, it was survival. For big industries, it was stability. And for both nations, it proved that strong partnerships could defeat even America's toughest tariffs. Number 6, Japan. It invested to make sure India would grow even stronger. Tokyo launched a massive plan worth about 10 trillion yen, more than $68 billion, focused on semiconductors, electric vehicles, minerals, and advanced manufacturing in India. Japanese money flowed into Indian factories, skill training, and supply chains that could operate without depending on America. Every new plant in India created hundreds of smaller suppliers, stronger ecosystems, and better exports. By betting big on India, it gave India a vision of resilience, where American tariffs could no longer break growth, but instead push India to upgrade its industry faster. Number 5. United Arab Emirates. The UAE moved quickly, almost instantly, to support India. With trade already at record highs, Emirate ports and free zones became India's safety valve. Indian exporters rerouted shipments through UAE hubs, saved their margins, and kept goods flowing to new markets. But the UAE did much more than that. Gulf capital poured into Indian ports and logistics parks, making sure exporters did not have to shut down. For industries like jewelry, textiles, and electronics, UAE warehouses became the shield between collapse and survival. The Emirates showed that a trade hub is not just a stopover. It can be a true partner in India's resilience. Number 4. Brazil. In South America, Brazil backed India with real action, not just words. It opened new credit lines, fast-tracked certifications, and sent buyer delegations to take in Indian goods that America had shut out. Medicines, processed foods, engineering products, all found new buyers across Latin America. Brazil also signed key commodity deals, making sure Indian producers had steady prices and guaranteed markets. For many small exporters, this was the difference between shutting down and staying alive. Beyond trade, Brazil proved that emerging powers can turn friendship into real financial strength, giving India the breathing space to rebuild and grow stronger. Number 3. South Africa. At the BRICS summit, many spoke of solidarity, but South Africa made sure it became real. Pretoria sent buyer delegations, promoted trade in local currencies, and opened African markets wide for Indian goods. What America tried to block, Africa welcomed. Indian exports that would have suffered under tariffs now found steady demand across the continent and the wider global south. For Indian businesses, this was not just relief. It was a new horizon. By testing payment systems outside the dollar, South Africa and its BRICS partners also showed India a glimpse of a future financial order where no single country could control or pressure trade. Number 2. Russia. Russia offered discounted oil, guaranteed supply chains, and new payment systems outside the dollar. For India, this meant stability at a critical time. Factories kept running, fuel prices stayed under control, and inflation did not spiral. Rupee-ruble settlements and extended credit lines gave exporters more room to breathe, cutting dependence on dollar-based trade. For Moscow, it was a chance to deepen ties with one of the fastest-growing economies in the world. In many ways, Russia turned crisis into opportunity. By standing firmly with India, it showed that old partnerships could adapt to new realities, and that trust built over decades could still be a shield against sudden shocks. Number 1. China, and finally the country that gave the most immediate, yet also the most complicated, support. With trade volumes already above $120 billion, Beijing had the capacity to keep India's factories running by ensuring that critical inputs and components kept arriving on time. This continuity was vital. It meant Indian exporters could quickly shift to new markets without shutting down production lines. But China's support came with its own complexities. For India, relying too heavily on Chinese supply chains carried risks, political, economic, and strategic. Yet in the short term, the flow of parts, machinery, and raw materials from China gave India breathing room to keep its industries alive. What began as a punishment turned into a revelation. The U.S. tariffs were meant to isolate India. Instead, they revealed how deeply the world values India's markets, its industries, and its future. From Asia to Europe, from Africa to Latin America, nations lined up not just to express solidarity, but to act, invest, and trade. In doing so, they did more than help India weather a storm. They showed that the world is ready for a new balance of power. The question now is simple. If the world came to India's side in a moment of crisis, what new possibilities will open when India steps forward not as a victim of tariffs, but as a leader shaping the future of global trade?